Good morning, everyone. My name is Carla, and you have reached my FlossTube channel, KarlaBeingCrafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also other crafts that I enjoy, and a little bit of life thrown in. Today is Sunday, September 10th, and this is my FlossTube number 206. So, welcome. If this is the first time finding my channel, I want to say welcome. Thank you for coming by. I hope that you like what you see. Want to hit like and subscribe and all that good stuff. I also have a super thanks button below, so if you really like what you see and want to give me a monetary tip, that is a very easy way to do it, and that is always appreciated. Never expected, but very, very appreciated. And any money that I get through the channel pretty much goes back to the channel for Zoom fees, because I have to pay to have a Zoom account so that I can do my Zoom get-togethers, and also any mailing that I do. I always give a weather report, and as you may know from, I think what the title is going to be, I feel completely hungover from lack of sleep. I haven't slept well the last couple nights. It's been extremely hot, like 95, and for whatever reason, the outside temperature doesn't always, it doesn't always necessarily match how it is in my apartment. My apartment has just been really uncomfortably hot the last several nights, and I just haven't slept well. So I am feeling really a little out of it this morning. Right now it was raining. It just stopped raining, but that doesn't mean that it's gonna cool off, because it's still supposed to be like 92 today. So yeah, so it's really like gray and rainy now. I have the window wide open, try and get some breeze in here, but it is supposed to be getting better. It's supposed to, the temperature is supposed to go down all week. So hopefully we're done with the really hot weather, but I am ready for the hot weather to be over. The last couple days I have not slept well. Last night I didn't sleep well because I was very aware of having to get up early and get everything done this morning, because I have a D&D game with my brother and nephew at 11 o'clock my time. So because they're 3 hours ahead, so they had to fill it in the window that works for them, and so I kind of have to go along with it. And so I didn't want to oversleep or you know, futz around this morning. I wanted to get up, get filmed and everything, try and get uploaded, so that I would be all ready for that. So I don't know how alert I'm gonna be. If I get done with this, I might be able to like take a little bit of a tiny nap before the game. So speaking of the uploading, last week, I'm sure many of you are aware, my Zoom did not upload on Sunday. I filmed on Sunday as I normally do. I started uploading probably between 10:30, and by the time I went to bed at around midnight that night, it was at 72%. So it just didn't upload. And in fact, when I got up Monday morning, I mean, luckily Monday was a holiday. When I got up Monday morning, there was an error message that it just stopped. It didn't even continue to try after that point. So I erased everything that had gone on so far, and I did it again, and it uploaded on Monday. I do not understand the rhyme and reason behind why sometimes it uploads within an hour or so, and sometimes it takes all day. I don't know. I don't know what the miracle answer is on that, but it just did not work last week. Maybe because it was a holiday weekend, a lot of people were uploading. I don't know. But it did not work last weekend. So hopefully this weekend will be better. But keep in mind that I think I can say that anytime I have not done a video on Sunday, then I put something in the community post saying that I'm sick or out of town or whatever. So if you don't see something from me on a Sunday come through, 99% of the time it's going to be because YouTube is just being slow with the uploading. I mean, you know, unless something happens to me that I absolutely can't even answer you, which, you know, is very unlikely, that's what the issue is. So just be patient and it'll get there. I do my video Sunday morning pretty much without fail. I'm not always up at 7:30 like I try to be. Sometimes I get going like an hour later, but an hour or so later. But for the most part, I am done filming well before noon on Sunday, and then it's just a matter of the upload. So, you know, if you're not seeing something and are concerned, just keep checking, because it'll get there eventually. Last Monday, I did have a Zoom. It was a small little group. It was 3 of us, or 4 of us actually on. I know there wasn't a lot of notice. I mean, there was, and then I didn't have a video the day before to remind anybody. So there wasn't a lot of notice, and it was a holiday, but it was still fun with the few people that were on there. So we do have another one coming up, which will be Saturday, September 23rd at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. So hopefully some of you guys will be able to join for that. I think we have a good time on the Zoom, and it's nice to be able to connect with people. So yeah. Okay, I have a feeling this is going to be one of my shorter videos again, because I am just feeling, I hate to say hungover because I don't want to give you guys the wrong impression. It's not hungover like I did anything naughty. It's just lack of sleep. I have a headache. I'm just out of it. So I have a feeling this is going to be a shorter video than normal, although I still have a bunch of stuff to show you. So anyway, just bear with me. So little golden book work, because I had that Zoom last Monday, I decided that would be a good time to pull out the paper crafting, and I was able to finish all of the spines. I think I have 4 or 5 left to do. So that means that I have 20 books that are ready to have the signatures added and ready for the next step. So that is 9 books that are earmarked for the people that won my FlossTube giveaway last year. And I told them, I said the entire time that they may not get them until the end of the year. Now FlossTube is actually early this year. I'm gonna try and get them out before Hanukkah this year, but I don't know if I will. But anyway, so there's 9 that are earmarked for those people that were picked specifically based on what books they wanted. I have 3 books that are earmarked for some friends, personal friends, 2 work friends, and then Julie Stitching the Catman. There's a book for her. And then there's 1 book that is for me, and then the rest are just to have in stock, to give away, maybe to sell, maybe. So I think that's 7 left. So anyway, I got all of the spines finished, so that step is done. And then I also worked on some insert stuff. So this was just folding a specific size paper in half, but then I also made a bunch of these. Let's see if I can get one out. So this is one of the things I put in all my books that I think is very cute. So it looks like this is attached to the page, but it's called a map fold, I believe. So it's just a cute component. And so for a lot of these things, I thought that I'm doing it sort of assembly line-ish, where I'm doing all of the components like at one time. Does that make sense? So like I'm folding all of those, and then when I go to put my books together, it'll just be pick this one and pick that one and pick that one, and I'm not going to be doing like the folding and the gluing and all that stuff separately for each book. Although there's a lot of decorating that goes into each page. I cut the edges, I put fancy washi tapes, I put glitter tapes, I put all kinds of stuff on the pages themselves. So there still is a lot of decorating that goes into each individual book that can only be done once that book's put together. Anyway, I did work on my little golden books last week. I did have a bit of crochet to show you. I worked on my Granny Square Shrug, which I know you guys haven't seen in forever. I think the heat has kind of damped down my enthusiasm a little bit for the crocheting, but you know, I'm trying to do a little bit each week, and then I think when it gets cooler, then I'm going to get more into it again. So here is where I am in my granny square shrub. So I'm into the second ball of yarn, and I just got to where the color changed again. But as is the nature of something like this, as it gets bigger, then the section of each color will get thinner because it's having to go around more times. I mean, that makes sense. This needs to be 40, I think 45 inches long before I can turn it into the shrug. It's so funny. I found a mistake. Oh, I think here it is. Is that it? Right there, I think is a mistake, but because each of these little pieces, I don't know what you call them, it's 3 double crochets. I found one somewhere along the way that was like 1 double crochet. So, and I found it several rows past where it was. So I was like, there's no way. Oops. There's no way I was going to pull it out at that point. I don't think anybody would ever be able to see it, really. Oh, I did it again. I got my thing tangled around the handles. Okay, so that was the crocheting that I did this week. Again, not a ton, but okay. Now, on to my whips. I worked on 6 things this week. I don't think I didn't stitch it all on Friday. It was just, as I said, the heat, and I just didn't feel great. Like yesterday, I tried. I pulled this out yesterday afternoon, and I don't know. I must have put in maybe like 50 stitches. I just didn't do very much, but I'm still going to show it to you. This is my Autumn Equinox Pixie by Bella Filipina. And I mean, I put in seriously these yellow orange stitches right here, and that's about it that I did yesterday. I just wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling anything. I was feeling lying here like a couch potato with an ice pack. But she's still super beautiful. I really like her. So anyway, that is Autumn Equinox Pixie. Okay, I did a little bit on Kitty Magic, which you guys haven't seen on a regular FlossTube for a while. Although if you watched my full coverage video that I did a couple weeks ago, then you would have seen it there. This is a Heaven and Earth quick stitch, but it's a big quick stitch. It's not, you know, most of the quick stitches I like are like between 100 and 200 stitches. You know, on the edges, but this one is actually 375 by 335, so it's bigger than what I would think a typical quick stitch would be. And I was really intrigued to do this because of the monochromatic nature of it, although the eyes are green, so there will be that pop of color, which I think is gonna really be pretty awesome when I get there. However, it is still in the, I'm working on all the very light, the whites and the very light grays, and so as a consequence, it's really hard to see anything on here. But this whole, no, actually, I had a little bit done on here. I think I did like this much. And again, I know it's really hard to see at this point because it's like white on white. But still, I worked on it. It counts. Whew, excuse me for if I'm glowing. I'm just having trouble regulating my temperature lately, I think. I don't know if that is, it's probably a factor of being a little bit older and having the type 2 diabetes, and it's freaking hot outside. But yeah, I'm having a little bit of trouble with that. So excuse my glow. Okay, what else did I work on? I worked on Prickly Owl this week, which is my regular Little Dimensions kit. And this is what I consider like a friend's project because this was given to me by my friend Dawn Frisch from Arizona, really the first person I ever met after starting YouTube who was like, you know, a subscriber. And she gave me that when I met her in Arizona as a memento of Arizona, a memory. And then I started it this year with Julie from Stitching at the Cabin, basically because we both had it. And it's like, hey, we both have that, let's start it. So we did. I'm not doing it on the kit fabric. I had a blue kit fabric from another kit that I then overdyed. So it was the light blue and I overdyed it with some like turquoise to kind of make a pretty model. And that's where I am. And I basically worked on this little cacti. I thought I was going to be able to like complete it, but yeah, I did all of the accent colors and everything, and then I started on the main fill-in color, and it was a lot more than I thought it was. So that is Prickly Owl by Dimensions. I worked on my newest full coverage, which is Tuxedo Cat Eyes by Carrie Hawkes. It's a Heaven and Earth Designs quick stitch. And this one actually is not that big. This is 150 by 110. And there's big blocks of both black and white in it. So I have a feeling it's gonna go relatively fast. I mean, you know, for a quick stitch for, you know, the number of projects I have. But I did another diagonal and I got into a white patch. You can see, I mean, I feel like having it on this dark rust color does not negatively affect it at all. I just think it's gonna add a warmth to the project, you know, from underneath. It'll glow through a little bit, but, and I had this last time too, so in case you're curious why there's a little line, it's just I'm using up the black thread. Instead of getting down to the end of my diagonal and cutting it off, I just added another few stitches. Okay, and what is this? Oh, Forget-Me-Nots. This is my realist piece that I'm working on right now. It is Forget-Me-Nots. And I'm doing this 100% with all the kit materials, including the acrylic wool threads, which I really like. I know there's like definitely difference of opinion. Sorry, I'm fogging up my glasses. I'm getting so hot here. Some people don't like these threads at all. Some people obviously who have a wool allergy cannot work with them. I really like them, and several people that I know that do it really like it. I know Kelly is doing a realist kit with those threads and likes it. I think I saw Brenda Handwork Maniac was talking about them, that she enjoys them, but I know that there's a lot of people who don't like them. They're different than what you're used to with the cotton floss. But I like that. I like having different fibers that I work with. So anyway, here's where I am. So it is definitely coming along. This is definitely going to be finished before the end of the year. Maybe before the end of October or something, because I really have come, you know, there's a couple more big clumps there, but that's about it. The thing I really like, especially with the floral pieces with the realist, is I think this wool acrylic is just so vibrant, and I just think that it looks really pretty in floral designs. Okay, and then last but not least, I told you I'm going quick this time. I worked on my Sweet Pea Fairy by Joan Elliott. This is my first Joan Elliott, but it will not be my last because I am enjoying it a lot. Now, I'm doing this on a 32 count, and I decided to do 2/110 for the skin, which is tiny for me on 32 count, but I think it looks great, and I did her face this week. I wasn't planning on it. I was planning on, like, I don't want to do the tiny stitches. I'm just going to work on the hair. But I started working on the hair, and, you know, the hair's next to the face, and I'm like, well, so I ended up doing her face. And guys, look how pretty. Look how pretty she is. Yeah. I mean, come on. She's pretty. So doing the 2/1 or 1/1, the skin in the smaller stitch is not, I don't think it's not fun to do, but oh, the results. So yeah, I'm really happy with how she's looking. And that's the thing, when you have a pretty face on one of these things, it spurs you on to keep working. And that is it. That is all of my projects this week. So I don't really have any haul or stash acquisition or anything like that. And that's not 100% true. I did order a few threads from Joann's to fill out Tuxedo Cat Eyes, and I don't know why I ordered from Joann's instead of 1, 2, 3 Stitch, but I just was whatever. And you have to get two at a time of any color, so you know there was I only needed like 5 or 6 colors, so I got like, you know, 12 skeins of floss. That was my big purchase this week. Plans is basically more of the same. I'm going to continue doing my extra videos, my counter cooking. I put up another one last week for Lip Rose Lassi, which was very delicious. And I'd love to know, those of you who are watching those videos, if you try the food or the method or whatever, let me know how it works. I know a couple people said that they had tried a few things. Somebody said that they had made the chicken Waldorf salad for kind of like a brunch that they had with a bunch of people, and it was a hit, which just makes me feel really good. I made so when I cook a lot of times, this is just how I am. I look at, like, I kind of get in my head what basic thing I want to do and the ingredients I have, and then I'll look up recipes and I'll look at like 4 or 5 or 6 different things and then make my own, but using, you know, the instructions from 4 or 5 different recipes that I looked, which is what I did yesterday. And I made like a chicken, like a creamy ranch chicken pasta in my Instant Pot. And I was able to cook pasta in Instant Pot, which I didn't know you could do until yesterday, and it turned out really good. So I think that might be something that I will show you guys. It is more of a recipe than what I've been doing lately. I have a couple of those under my belt, so I will eventually share those with you guys. A lot of them are more warm or cool weather things, so I've been waiting, and I've been trying to share the hotter weather stuff, but you know, that is in the future. I'm enjoying doing them, and I have to make myself food anyway, so I might as well share it with you guys, right? So yeah, so I mean, as far as stitching and crafting, it's going to be basically more of the same this coming week. I do have something brewing in my head. I don't know if you guys are aware, there's a group on Facebook that is planning a 2024 retreat in November in Anaheim, like 15 minutes from Disneyland. So basically 10 minutes for me. I'm really considering it. I know I'm not a retreat person, but I'm not gonna, this is like gonna be the only opportunity I have to do a retreat where I don't have to pay for lodging, and I don't have to pay for travel, and I could just go and then go home. So I'm really considering it. And so have any of you guys heard about this Anaheim retreat? It's like a Thursday night check-in, and then Thursday night stitching, Friday night and Saturday, and then Sunday they're trying to get like a group discount rate for Disneyland, which I wouldn't go to, but are any of you thinking about that? If I say yes and I give them my money, am I gonna see any of you guys there? I'm intrigued. I'm like this close to signing up, but anyway, it may, as I said, it may be my only opportunity to try and go to a retreat. I don't think I'm a retreat person. I just don't know. I don't know if I would enjoy it or not, but I figure that this is probably one of the easiest ways to try it out without having to, you know, the easiest way, because as I said, it's like right down the street from me practically. So anyway, let me know if you guys are considering it. I think that's all I have for today. You know, some of you are going to be thrilled that this is a shorter video, and then some of you will be disappointed. I like long videos when I watch my favorite YouTubers or FlossTubers. But I know a lot of people don't have time to sit there and watch an hour-long video. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great week coming forward. I hope the weather behaves for you. I hope our weather just cools off. It's supposed to. It's supposed to. If it just would cool off and stay cool at night, I think I would get a lot more sleep and be a lot more comfortable, which would be good for me. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week and do a lot of fun crafting. And until I see you again, please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. This is Carla. Bye-bye.